You can create what's called an opacity mask to create some very unique artwork in Illustrator. You can use the shapes that you draw within Illustrator itself, and you can also combine this effect that I'm going to show you with artwork from Photoshop. So I'm going to place a native Photoshop file that has transparency on it, our world famous ducky. And by the way, you can always find this guy in the samples folder if you have Photoshop installed on your machine. And of course, if you purchase Photoshop, you'll have that samples folder. So if you don't have ducky, make sure you find a file, any file at all, or draw something right from within Illustrator, because you'll be able to follow along no matter whether you're dealing with a file like this or not. So here is ducky. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a shape right on top of ducky. And I've been watching some cable, and I've been watching Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. So I'm going to draw a star right on ducky's eye like this, but I'm going to extend it quite a bit just so you can see the effect. So this is going to be one of those members from Kiss who happens to be a duck. I'm also going to put a pattern in there. I'll put some polka dots. Now that I've drawn this shape, what I want to do now is I want to select what's going to be the masking object, which is ducky. So I'm going to grab ducky and I'm going to copy him to the clipboard. So I'm going to go to Edit, Copy. And he's just going to live in memory for a little while. Let me go ahead and collapse that for now. Now that we've copied him, I'm going to select the shape that we drew over him, okay? And we're going to go to the window menu and we're going to select our transparency panel. And I'm going to twirl down so I can see the options for this. It's important to see the star or whatever shape you created and this blank area, which is where the mask is going to be applied. So let's go to the drop down menu and I'm going to choose to make an opacity mask. Now at first the star goes away. That's because this mask is blocking the star. Whatever is black is going to be invisible and whatever is white is going to be visible. And that's how a mask works. So now that we've done that, I am now going to select the mask area. Now, how do you know you have the mask or the artwork selected? Because you get a black boundary around it. So when I click on the star, we see this black boundary. When I click on the mask, we have the black boundary here. Earlier, we copied ducky. Now I want to paste him onto this mask. So I'm going to go to Edit, Paste in Front. Now ducky is a part of this mask and he is actually blocking parts of this star, which gives us a really cool effect. The interesting thing about this is I can always go back to the star and I can get rid of that stroke, for example. You'll notice that we have a stroke here. So I can click on the star and get rid of that stroke. And I can also change the colors of the stroke if I want to, get rid of it. And I can change the color of the fill. So I have full control at all times over my mask and the masking object. So let's go back to this again. And once again, I'm going to show you that you can resize things if you so desire by deselecting this little link here. So we can resize the size of the star and we can link it again. And we can also Alt or Option click on ducky itself to see what the mask looks like. So because ducky is made of grayscale at this point, we're able to see that star. I'll go ahead and click on the star again to reinitialize the mask. So as you can see, an opacity mask is a very cool feature, and with a little experimentation, you'll be able to come up with all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, one more thing. If you ever want to invert the mask, just click this guy right here. So whatever is black becomes the see-through part, and whatever is white becomes hidden. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention as well. Have a good time with this feature.